In today's Power Plan, how to adjust and protect your portfolio for either deflation or inflation. Investment tips now from our guest, Ethan Anderson. He's at Lehman Financial, and Erin Botsford with the Botsford Group. Folks, good to see you. Can you do both really at the same time, Ethan, or do you have to make a choice?
I think you can do both at the same time. And we're in an environment where it's very volatile, not only in the markets, but also as far as the economy goes. And what you need to be able to have in your portfolio strategy is certain triggers and certain adjustments that can be made in order to accommodate what you're currently seeing in the economy.
Erin, what do you think? A lot of folks argue right now that, okay, inflation could be a problem down the road because we are printing so much money in the United States. But in the near term, the fear is deflation. Do you wait until there are signs of inflation before you start making changes to your portfolio? Erin?
Well, Sue, most of our clients are not speculators or traders, and so we're always looking for ways to offset either deflation or inflation. So, as you know, in an inflationary environment, which we certainly don't have right now, but it's usually people with fixed income investments that get hurt the most. So, you know, little things like making sure that they don't lock in long-term interest rates. They don't want to go to 30-year treasuries, for instance. And so we try and make sure that they're only locking in on short-term rates, short-term durations. We also want them to pay off their mortgages. If they have adjustable rate mortgages, right now we don't have an inflation problem, but if inflation does become a problem, we want them to lock in the low interest rates that are occurring right now.
Ethan, the argument the first reaction a lot of people go to when they talk about protecting against inflation are TIPS, the inflation-protected treasuries. Is that a good idea right now?
We do think TIPS is a very good idea right now. With the way interest rates are positioned, you're not giving up a lot of return for having that extra inflation caveat. So if inflation does start to rear its ugly head in a troublesome manner, your portfolio is positioned.
Erin, what do you think of TIPS? And what if inflation doesn't rear its head? Then are you going to lose money there?
Well, in a perfect world, everyone in the United States that is retired would love to have all their money in TIPS. Unfortunately, most people haven't accumulated the kind of net worth that they need to in order to sustain a reasonable income from having all their money in TIPS. So for most people, it's just not a reasonable choice. They just can't live on the income.
That's a good point. So they've got to diversify in some way. All righty. Ethan,
Sure.
Erin, thanks so much. We appreciate it.